Terrorism is one of the U.S.'s most biggest fears of all because of 9/11. And when they find terrorists, they often use torture on them to get information, and that will lead them often to setting up U.S. foreign policy on foreign countries, in which they did not do. It was terrorist groups that did it.
Terrorism is systematical use of violence as means of coercion for political purposes. In the international community, terrorism is no legal binding or criminal law definition. Common definitions of terrorism refer only to violent acts which are intended to create terror, are perpetuated for religious, political, or ideological goal, and are deliberately targeted or disregard the safety of civilians. Some definitions now include acts of unlawful violence and war.
Daryl.
There are many examples of terrorism in the United States. For example, on September 11th in New York, the U.S. was attacked by two hijacked airplanes. The planes both crashed into the two Twin Towers. In Boston, two terrorists bombed the Marathon in which 2 people died and over 200 were injured. Terrorism even happens on the internet. In 2009, there was more than 7,000 terrorist websites. That number is probably tripled by 2013, like today. Terrorists use the internet to message codes for directions or maybe even like instructions to build like a suicidal bomb or something like that.
As a result of terrorists getting captured by the U.S. forces, they are often tortured so as any information they have on other terrorist groups can be extracted and any future terrorist plots can be stopped. The U.S. have been known to torture detainees from the Middle East in the Guantanamo Bay Detention Center.